Right, hi lads and lasses, welcome to Darts Culture with Dynamite Dave. I've got a really nice, interesting and entertaining one for you today. If you remember a few months back, Brian Van Doren from BVD Darts came over to see us, and I did an interview with him and we played some legs of darts, and I did 2 episodes of that. They were a couple of weeks apart, and now it's probably been about a month or so since I did the last one. Maybe even a little bit longer than that. I forgot all about it, to be perfectly honest, and I did apologise to Brian for that. So what I've decided to do is a full run through. So what this video is going to entail is the full interview from start to finish. So rather than people who've never seen it before going back and watching the first 2 episodes and trying to find them, what you can do is just fast forward on to about 16 minutes. So if you fast forward on to about 16 minutes, there or thereabouts, you'll find that from then on to the end of the interview is about the right place for where you want to be if you've seen the first 2 parts of it. Thought it'd be nice to do the whole thing again, the whole shebang, so like I say, you can watch it all in one go. Now, if you've not watched one of these videos before, the interviews that I do, everybody that I speak to about them seems to say that they're very entertaining, very interesting, and it's nice to have a little bit of a fly on the wall look at what Brian as a person is like, as well as obviously he runs quite a successful darts emporium over in the north of Ireland. He is Northern Ireland's biggest and best supplier, there's no two ways about that. We've been in association now for over 4 years. He sends me stuff, I review it, I buy stuff off him for raffles, etc., and also to use as prizes and giveaways and stuff like that. So the relationship works really, really well. So anyway, this is the video coming up. Hope you enjoy it. Luke.
My phone never stops.
Hey?
My phone never stops.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah. Dave, thanks very much for having me over.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm thrilled that we've been waiting for this for a long time, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've been associated for now, what, 3 years? Maybe it's nearly 4 years or something. It's a long time anyway, yeah.
Coming up to 4.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I say it's good. It's BVD Darts. I started off the business on my own. Done car boot sales, Sunday market. Got my first wee shop, and just grew from there. Now I'm in a bigger shop and a whole competition. Well, I want to hold competitions. I make everything bespoke myself.
Yeah.
It's all done by hand. Prices are negotiable, but like I say, you can't please everybody.
No.
Price of material, it's through the roof, but I'm trying to keep my costs down, but still need to make a few quid on something.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, but people think they want everything for nothing, but it doesn't work out. Even the big dart manufacturers now, like the Windmill, Target, Harrows, the prices are going up and up and up.
Well, again, yes, you're absolutely right, and I think what it is we've lived in such a cheap culture for about the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Everything's been virtually for nothing because of the rise of China.
Yeah.
And the amount of cheap stuff they made. People are expecting to get top quality items for very little money, whereas now, because of the recession that we're going into, all that is going to change. Well, it's all going to have to change.
The price of a container used to be 400 quid, it's now you're talking 12, maybe £1,600.
Yeah.
And you have to fill that container, so you're actually talking maybe 25,000. I've actually ordered stuff from China myself, so the first time I paid, I put through the nose. The second time I went to the source itself, I brought the stuff in, and I got myself a wee bit cheaper. Not marginally cheaper, but it's the things you do to grow and survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to meet the market demands. My suppliers are hitting me for more money, and then I'm trying to keep my costs down. And then you get people texting you going, how much is this, how much is that, how much is this? I'm more or less 95% the same prices online, but I'm not Argos, I'm not Tesco's, I'm not Darts Corner. I'm an independent business on my own.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm swimming alongside the big fish as an independent business, where some people's got their business handed to them, or they're subletting part of their business into another business and they're growing that way.
Yeah.
Well, I've done the hard miles. That's why I'm now bald and I've got grey hair.
That's why you're bald, because you get rid of the grey hair.
Yeah, something along them lines anyway. Don't get me wrong, having a job in darts, as well as playing darts and loving darts and throwing darts, and then brand products with my own name in. Everybody wants their own name to something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not bringing out, I'm not going up against Unicorn, I'm not going up against Wimma or Harrows. I've designed barrels that, in perfection of this barrel from Target's the same barrel as Wimma, and I like the two of them together, so I made them myself. Do you know what I mean? Yes, there's other people who's going to copy my franchise, or they're going to copy my products, and they're, like I was the first one in Northern Ireland that started custom shirts.
Yeah, you were,
And now I've got 1, 2, 3 competitors. They're either undercut me to get the business, but then I've went one step further where I can supply a shirt with a matching surround, with a matching hockey.
Yeah.
There's no other businesses out there can do what I can do.
No, that's it. That's it. Yeah, and the thing is, you see, like what you're saying, like it just cements it for me, because you've got the big fish, like they say Argos and people like that. Everything that they sell is generic.
Yeah.
So if you want a set of Phil Taylors, whether you buy them from Argos or wherever, right, you're just getting the same set of darts. Whereas if they come to you and they buy a set of your darts, you're getting something unique.
Yeah.
Same thing as, again, the big fish ones are like a supermarket.
Yeah.
It's very impersonal.
Yeah.
Whereas, like me, you've just said you've got people who copy your stuff. I've got people on YouTube who are copying me.
Yeah.
But Brian, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they're not me.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing
as
you
I say,
can never stop people from copying.
No, as I say, my motto is in business is a pound a day is better than nothing yesterday.
Yeah.
And instead of trying to squeeze somebody for a tenner, I'd rather make 10 sales of a pound instead of make 10 out of one person.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I still pay VAT, I still pay carriage, and I still have to put the stuff out the door. So, say for talk's sake, you buy a set of darts off me for £47, but you get them online for 43. Well, you're still having to pay the £3 postage, so it's no different. It's called conventional shopping. It's like me going to Tesco's and buying a carton of milk, it's 90p.
Yeah.
Right? But if I go to a corner shop, it's £1.30. Well, for starters, if I'm going to Tesco's for a monthly shop, obviously I'm going to drive in the car. But if I have to walk across the street to get the milk and pay that extra 40p, well, I'm saving fuel, roadworthy in the car, I'm saving tax, and I'm saving having to actually go out for 10 more minutes, or I can walk across the street.
Which keeps you fitter, it's better for the environment.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you see, is that's the problem with, I suppose, the way society's gone. People have just got over the last 2 decades really lazy.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you go to Asda or Tesco's and loads of other shops are available. They're watching the car. You go in there and
you have Aldi, we don't. We have Lidl.
We've got them here as well.
We've also got Tesco's where Mummy buys her best clothes. Come to BVD darts.
Well, the thing is, you see, is if somebody comes to BVD rather than going to one of the big fish like even Darts Corner or somewhere like that, they're getting the personal service.
Well, I want to walk in there.
You're getting somebody you can relate to.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, even my own shirts are 1 year wearing myself. I want to walk into a bar and go, wow, where'd you get that shirt? Not walk into a bar and go, he's got the same shirt as me, a different colour.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to certain shirt suppliers other than myself, you'll get the same shirt, different colour, different name.
Yeah.
Where if you come to me, you give me your ideas, your colours, we'll tweak it until I get it what you want.
Well, my shirts just go to prove that, don't they?
And then
which people can see around you, they can see it all around. All these shirts around here have all been made by Brian.
And not only that there, my time scale, now don't get me wrong, COVID's actually not 15 days or less. Like I just done all Ireland's Westmeath darts, 96 shirts in 6 days, and then because they bought in 96 shirts at a special rate, I got 2 surrounds off me, then I got Cork, then I got Westmeath first, but I need a wee bit of notice before everybody go, I want my shirt yesterday.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I have to rely on supplier dispatches, then you have to wait in couriers.
Yeah.
And then because it's not, everything I buy is not all in through the UK. I do all the design and I do all the manufacturing, but certain things like prints and shirts, I outsource them. Where they come from is not everybody's business.
No, of course. Of course, and the thing is you've got to wait for those to be produced wherever you send that to, and they've got to be shipped.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like stuff coming from China, stuff coming from Germany, Pakistan, Australia. Like everybody wants everything yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't like letting people down. I go into Tesco's and pay for something I wanted there and then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming people.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's what I'm saying is you're not Tesco's.
Yeah.
And the thing is they might have to wait for something an extra week or 2 weeks, but they're getting something that's bespoke.
Yeah.
Rather than, like you said, a generic arrows, like that one, a generic arrow shirt, like that one, that you can go and buy off the shelf from anywhere. The difference between that and this, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Or that and one of my shirts, which everybody's seen around the place.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
As I say, it's just trying to please the general public. Sometimes I can't, some please.
Well, the thing is it's trying to
Please everybody, and you can't.
Yeah, a lot of people are, I won't say stupid, but they don't think, because when Arrows produce that, they can produce 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
And if they sell 1,000 of them, the rest of them can go in the bin, they don't care, because they can manufacture them for such a low price.
Yeah.
But if you're getting something made like this, or one of my shirts, it's a one-off.
Yeah.
So it has to be printed as a one-off.
Yeah.
So obviously it takes longer, it costs a little bit more, but what you get out of that is the individuality.
Since the day I started my business, my shirt prices have never went up or down. They do go down when you bulk buy, so say for talk's sake my cost price is 44 quid. That's what I knock them out at.
Yeah.
But if you're giving me a team order, or if you're buying 2 shirts different colours, it's 75.
Yeah.
If you're buying 3 shirts, I'll try and work on the price. There's 3 shirts for 105. You know what I mean? Plus the postage. Postage Royal Mail used to be 485 tracked, it's now 555. That's out of my control.
Yeah.
It's the same as me shipping an Aki. I get stung, or I sent an Aki with UPS. They charged me, what was it, £47.59 pence. I charged the customer 45 quid. Took a hit and the rest. Sent it over. Next minute I got a access, what do you call it?
Oh, excess postage, excess weight thing.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Contact him, goes, how can you charge me £45 last week and this one here's 75? You were 5 centimetres over. What do you mean 5 centimetres over? You told me to use 1/4 inch polystyrene to protect the corner so it didn't get damaged. And it's like, well, sorry, but that's it. So I paid it. So now I go to Royal Mail. Royal Mail charged £62 for an Aki and it takes delivered within 48 hours. With most of the couriers now, there's price increase for the fuel. Because of the war in Ukraine, the fluctuation, it could go up 7%, 8%, 9%. They take it, they test it on a Monday every daily. I get an email saying fuel surcharge is up 9%. So instead of getting charged £1.50, you're getting charged near £2 per kilo.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that bumps it all up again. So when you go to Royal Mail and they say, right, it's £62, it's £62, no more, no less.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but it's taking me twice as long to wrap an Aki as it is making it.
Yeah.
Because you want it to arrive to a customer not damaged.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy making it from start to finish. They're made with these 2 hands.
Yeah, but I think I've put, as you know, I've put photographs and videos and what have you on my channel before.
Yeah.
And the quality of them, we've got one here, haven't we?
Yeah.
The quality of them is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is. They stand up to a pub, they stand up to normal domestic use.
And
the lights on them are just like, I just think they're fantastic.
And I've made them where they can take excess body weight people.
Yeah.
Big fellas.
Big lads. Well, the thing is, if you're making them for a commercial venue, you've got to do that anyway.
Well, as I say, if it's a commercial venue, I'll try and use marine ply because it's water repellent.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where they
Stopping a beer on it and shit.
Basically, because like somebody spills beer now and again, dump myself. I mean, with a full printed ones, you can wash them down and wipe them. Also, make them with anti-scratch, so darts falling on it, you're going to get a bit more wear and tear with feet marks.
You're going to get more wear and tear in a pub anyway.
Oh, aye.
It's as simple as that.
It's a bit of traffic.
Yeah, it's a bit of traffic, and the great thing with these is they can be resurfaced, can't they?
Yeah.
You know, like after 2 or 3 years, if it goes really dog-eared in a pub, it's basically just a matter of throwing a new thing over the top of it, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to try and make, don't want to say too much, like, but I'm going to try and make a 1-piece unit.
Yeah.
1-piece unit where you just roll it out, roll it up.
Yeah.
That's going to take a bit of time, like, but like my dartboard Aki, I enjoyed making that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody ever.
Well, that's just a fantastic piece, that, and there'll be a few photographs at the end of the video. What I'll do is I'll show some photographs on like I normally do.
As I say, nobody has ever made a dartboard Aki like that.
No, I was amazed when I saw it, but obviously I've not shared it yet until.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody's going to try it. I'm sure it's like everyone can't say green cheese. I say you can't
Garlic bread, it's the future.
Yeah, I say you can't say green cheese. So I like to try new things. I'm a dart thrower, so that gives me the edge over other people, other suppliers.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say I'm better than other people.
No, what it is though is you've got a passion for it, whereas the others, it's a commodity. It's selling a commodity.
It's not all about the money, it's about the sport.
Yeah.
So I like bringing new things to the table that nobody's ever thought of. So I'm fresh meat to the fresh big table. So yes, I want my own stamp on the dartboard, I want my own stamp on my clothes, I want my own barrels, I want this. I want the biggest venue in the whole of Ireland that has 32 dartboards, it has this, it has that, it has all the schoolies.
Yeah.
Which you have to get a schoolie. I'll have to sort you out.
I'll start saving up.
I'll have to sort you out with a schoolie. It's the next generation of darts, and to go along with it is Go Darts Pro. I know you do the coaching, but this is for not everybody can go online and do this, and not everybody can come here, and not everybody can do this, but it's just a wee thing that goes with schoolia. It's like chalk and cheese, they go together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or bread and butter. Yes, it's expensive, but it's next to nothing. I didn't think I would be the biggest distributor in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Of a lot of dart merchandise.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You never know. That's what I always say to everybody. You never know what's around the corner.
As I say, it's north. It's not just the north now. It's now the south, and now I'm getting a lot of interest in Canada, Australia, Austria, where's the other? Sweden. Like I have been supplying shirts to Sweden. A couple of friends that actually go for there, and it's lovely.
Well, you supplied a lot of bits and bobs to Graham Taylor,
Yeah.
who does the Dynamite Dave League and what have you.
Yeah.
He was showing me his shirt a couple of weeks ago that he'd done for him. He's over the moon with it, mate.
Dragonfire.
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
He owes me a game of darts.
He's going to have to pay for the fare. If he pays for the airfare, we'll both come over. We'll play darts in your league one night.
Yeah.
That'd be good fun.
Yeah,
I'd love to go to America.
Well, Canada, the closest I've been to is Canada. That was the wedding. But then, because I play webcam darts, and I was going to Canada for a wedding, I put it on Facebook, who plays webcam darts, and I've met 3 good friends now.
Yeah.
That picked me up out of complete and utter strangers. See, when you leave a ranch, the only thing you've got is a credit card, mobile phone with no network, and a packet of figs, and a carry out, and this car pulls up and the left door swings open and jumps out and goes, "Are you Brandon Ackman?" Like it's turtleneck. I was like, yeah. Jump in, I'm Adam. I'm the one that was on Facebook. Took me to the mate's house to play darts in a different country, and I was like, "Do you have Wi-Fi?" And he goes, "Yeah." Check in. I'm okay, I'm safe. See, the 2 weeks I was there, it was the best time I've ever had.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that was just through darts. And we keep in touch, do you know what I mean? So, like I said, I am a dart thrower.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Well, that's it. You've got the passion for the game, and you see, the thing is, I think that the best products and the best people. It's like people say to me, they love watching my videos because of my enthusiasm and my passion for what I do.
Yeah.
Because I really do. I mean, a lot of the professionals and what have you, and I get a lot of people say to me, Martin Adams does this, or fucking such and such a body, Peter Wright does that, and I say, well, yeah, that's now. What we're looking for is the future.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of the junior players, they're all thrown in a lot more of a mechanical fashion than the old guys did. I mean, Justin Pipe and people like that, and even like Big Endo, he's in a competition, he's gone. For the simple reason is the throw's not repeatable.
Yeah.
We're transitioning now in darts like Formula 1 did 20 years ago, when they went from naturally aspirated cars to fuel injection and turbocharged cars.
Yeah.
And it all goes together. And I think the mechanical throw, what have you, is what's going to be coming in the next generation. I mean, you look at it, 5 years ago, who was doing double finishes?
Yeah.
They're in every match now, every match on telly. And I started that about 7 years ago. That's the first video out.
Before I come with you.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Play David Gamer and a Beaner, and was only my warm-up.
Yeah, that'll be on at the end of this as well. Or part of it might be going on as we're talking.
Somebody's getting a rematch, like.
Yeah.
I want the 80 average.
I'll be on 100 average later on in the pub. Even if I'm not. Oh, tell you what though, I mean, it was fantastic that this morning to see you for the first time.
Yeah.
Like I say, we've been mates and we've helped each other. I hope I've helped you out anyway. You've certainly helped me out.
Yeah.
And after 4 years, just being able to like come and pick you up from the airport and meet you, and it's just
COVID. It was COVID. I had to blame COVID.
Oh, yeah, but it's really weird. We've gelled. We've been sat in the kitchen having a breakfast and stuff like that. It's like we've been mates for donkey's years.
Yeah.
It's like we've known each other since we were kids, isn't it?
Yeah. I was to say, but I'm a people person and so are you. So it's like I say, we're like a duster and polish. You know what I mean? We've combined, and yes, you help me and I'll help you. I'll help anybody in the darts industry, but it has to be a two-way street. They
Oh,
need
of course, yeah.
to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they want something from me, sponsorship doesn't come for free.
No.
I need to show a track record. Like Big Dean and Ross McCombie, they're both sharing my logo on the TV and the same as yourself.
Yeah.
They buy off me, they support me, they share everything for me. At the minute I'm getting Joe blogs down the street saying, oh, will you sponsor me, will you do this, will you do that? Well, to be truthful, when I started my business, were you buying off me to help me to get where I am now? No.
Yeah.
So how do you expect me to help you? Do you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? It's like, for instance, I had a brand new customer ask me for a Jurassic Park surround. How much is it? Well, to be truthful, I forgot who asked me for it, so because I was piggybacking off an order, I made the surround, took a couple of pictures and stuck it online saying, who asked me for a Jurassic Park dinosaur surround? Your mom within 5 minutes texts me and goes, me. I was like, happy days, I'm getting paid for this. Text me goes, your surround's ready. Oh, is it ready? It was like, yeah. How much is it? 90 quid plus postage. How much is postage to South Wales? Here's me 15 quid. You know what his first words were? What about sponsorship? It's like, mate, you haven't even bought this surround off me before, and you need to buy off me to get sponsorship.
You have to build an
Oh,
relationship.
yes, mate, I understand. What about equipment? Oh, it's the same story. Oh, right. Well, I get paid next Friday for that surround. I'll buy it off you in. It's like, right, okay, fair enough. Friday came, Sunday came, Friday came, Monday came, and I end up texting him, goes, here, mate, what about this surround? Oh, mate, I've got hit depression, I've lost my job, I'll pay you when I have, I'll pay you. And I'm like, are you serious? Yeah, I'm out of pocket here, the surround's now sitting on display. Next minute, he seen me putting up posts of the Yorkies and stuff. How much is the Yorkies? Well, mate, I'm not really going to do anything until you buy a surround off me. Haven't seen them for dust.
Yeah.
But you're getting that all the time.
Time
So
wasters.
it's getting to the stage now where my time designing and making is getting deviated from other people. It's actually genuine wanting to buy my stuff. So yes, I've made a lot of products just sitting on my shelf which probably not going to go anywhere. For one, I'm too busy. Two, I haven't wrote it down, or I've wrote it down and threw the paper out. And then when I share pictures now and again, it's like, oh, that's mine. Hopefully I'll sell it that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not.
Well, if you don't, you can always, once every 2 or 3 years, have an auction.
Yeah.
That's a good way of
Well,
doing stuff.
I've never actually ever thought that, or as I say, I'm sitting on so much stock, probably too much stock, but you never know who's going to come in the shop and ask you.
No, but like I say, with an auction,
Yeah.
you'll be able to sell a load of the stuff that's just cluttering everywhere. Yeah.
I'm always on the phone.
Right, so probably the last and final question, what do you see for the future? Where would you like to be?
My name going on the side of a bus. That's my goal.
Yeah. Not TV.
It's already been on the TV. My logo's been on the TV through certain various players, but my goal, don't get me wrong, I want my own bar, I want my own player lounge. Like back home we have a thing called Airtastic. It's massive, right? It's like this bar, this new sports bar, it's open, and I put 3 schoolies, 3 Yorkies and everything else, and that's all these TVs. That's something that I want to go for, but I want to be the biggest, the best. Now don't get me wrong, I do want the shop. That's where my bread and butter is. That's where my bloodline lies.
Yeah.
I'm building a future for my kids. My 3 kids are going to be world champions in every grade.
Have you ever thought of doing it? I mean, I don't know how it works in Northern Ireland, but over here you can get like an industrial unit, and that the thing, the rates and everything and the rent and that is a lot less than it is in a shop.
Yeah.
Plus the thing is you can be there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So the thing with like a bar,
Yeah.
it works during certain times, whereas if you got an industrial unit, maybe you'd be able to combine the shop, and so you wouldn't only be able to sell them beer and play darts, you can sell them set of darts as well.
Yeah.
That's what the snooker clubs do around here.
Is it?
Yeah. They're like industrial units, like big industrial units, and they have. There's one up there. What's it called now? Pyramid, and they have a dart shop in it.
Oh, I am. Where I live in Northern Ireland is my hometown. Blah blah blah. Don't get me wrong. In another 5 to 10 years, I'll have other outlets to hold my name and my brand, but it'll be at my satisfaction. And
Yeah.
and if they're pumping out my products, it'll be coming from Northern Ireland first, and then I'll be shipping to like all my Orkneys and all my surrounds. In time I might have people making them for me instead of myself. but I'm not going to give somebody else a job that I wouldn't do myself.
Yeah.
That's the pinnacle point of where I am in BVD darts. If I make it, I'll be shipped to there and I'll be stocked down there. Same as I'll be shipping stuff over here and stocking it over here.
Yeah.
There is 2 places over in England that I will, but I don't at the minute. I'm not in a position to go up against other competitors. I'll probably have the other competitors sell for me.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I think that's a good road probably to start off with.
Yeah. It's pointless biting off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
I'd rather have them and sell my products and me sublet a section of their room. Do you know what I mean? They're still getting their money, and
Yeah.
I'll still get mine, the supplier still gets theirs. But that's all in due course. But at home, my name's going on a bus.
Yeah.
That's my goal. It may sound petty, but when there's a bus driving so many people up and down the street, where else would you have it? It's different.
Yeah.
I can't put my name on a bus in England because they're going to go, who's BVD Darts? When BVD Darts is Northern Ireland Darts Specialist, it says Northern Ireland Darts Specialist because I'm a specialist back home.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So having buses going to Ballymena, Antrim, Cookstown, Derry, Londonderry, it's going to be, they'll show where I am. Don't get me wrong, the place I'm in at the minute, it's big, but it could go bigger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's bigger than the last place, and that was only a year ago.
Well,
and I've done it all myself.
you know, that goes to show, doesn't it? That's what
Yeah.
I say. When we first started communicating, you were doing the markets.
Yeah.
You were doing the markets, and then you got that little, was it a shop or
Yeah,
something?
I was above a bar.
Above a bar, that's right. Yeah.
And
then now you've moved from there to an industrial unit, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that industrial unit's not big enough. But bigger it is, the more money it's out, more outlets. So,
Yeah. The more money you've got to put out, so basically you've got to turn more money over. So
Yeah.
it's like a vicious circle.
Now, don't get me wrong, I have people at the minute working on a new website for BVD Darts, which is basically anything that I sell in the shop comes offline stock. If I sell anything online, it comes off my stock in the shop. Yes, I have 2 websites at the minute.
Yeah, inventory.
2 at the minute. They're not playing ball the way I want them to do. There's always the odd glitches, so I don't really want to maintain them, and so I've actually brought outside sources in to help me do what I need to do on the background. So yes, I have got a new website coming. The amount of stock I have in me counted, but that's where I'm going online. So, and then plus I'm manufacturing, plus I'm doing everything else. Hey, don't get me wrong, I love it.
Yeah.
And then I've actually closed my shop for 2 days to come over here.
People say the same to me. I work a job at night time, as you know. I've got a full-time job,
Yeah.
and I do this all day, and I never get 2 minutes to myself. I mean, I've been ill for about 3 or 4 days, and the backlog of stuff that I've got to do means that it's going to take me a fortnight to catch up.
Yeah.
For 2 days, that I've done, well, not 2 days, 4 days that I've not done anything.
Well, people, I've now, even close friends are now thinking that I own my own business, I'm loaded.
Do you know something? I mean, I think I ran garages in the 90s. I had a proper business in the 90s, what I'd call a proper business. I was turning over a decent amount of money, but everybody that works for you, they see you write a bill out, but they don't realise that you've got to buy all the stuff to make the products that you're selling. Whereas with me, I was doing cars. I was a car mechanic. I used to do rally cars and all sorts of stuff. And all they saw was you writing a bill out for 500 quid. They didn't realise that you'd spent 350 quid to make that 500 quid, and then you had to take their wages out of it, the lights out of it, the gas out of it, your rates out of it, and they just think that you're walking around like bleeding Rockefeller, and there's nothing further from the truth. You're scratching, trying to make ends meet, and they think that you're a millionaire.
I used to be a parts manager, and I used to be on so much K a year, and I was running a workshop, I was running the stores, I was doing emails, everything else. So I'm sales orientated, so I know what I'm doing, right? But I was on a set wage every week, so I was getting that every week.
Yeah.
See, but I was bringing the work home, and I was getting grumpy, and I was stressed and everything else. Don't get me wrong, I'm twice as stressed now, but it's my own business. So if I don't make money today, I'm not going to make it tomorrow, because I don't know who's going to come in through my doors.
No, you don't.
So I'm always constantly working and on the phone, trying to push orders, trying to get this, just trying to get that. The wife complains I'm always on the phone because I've got a young family as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's right. Yeah. You've got 3 kids, haven't you? Yeah.
5-minute quiet times when everybody's asleep.
Yeah. When you actually get to talk about something.
Yeah, and then
halfway through your phone
and then
goes.
half of the mates you think you'd have, it's like, what do you have today? Oh, I was at the dart shop. I haven't been playing darts today. All that comes out of my mouth is darts. I'm either in work clothes or I'm in my jammies. Work clothes or pajamas. See me actually wearing ordinary clothes here, my wife's impressed. But see, every time she sees me, it's either up in the mornings, work clothes, bedtime, shower, work clothes. And then people think, why, you run your own business? Why? I'm on my knees making ockies.
Yeah.
I'm working my woods and painting, I'm doing this. What's the point in me wearing proper civvy clothes?
Yeah.
And then I get them bogging. But what if somebody comes in and sees you like a tramp? Well, obviously I'm working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, so do you what, yeah, you know something that absolutely rings true to me, that, because people used to do that. I used to have a little Bedford Rascal van and it had big wide wheels on it. It was all custom painted, and like I think I had a Nissan 300 ZX, which I think it was one of the first ones in the country. I think there was something like about 45,000 quid, which was a lot of money then. We're talking like 25, 30 years ago. And I used to turn up to do quotes in it, and they used to say, "Oh, you've got a flash car, you. How come you can afford to drive that?" I just used to look them in the eye and say, "Because I'm good at my job."
Yeah.
Why would you pay somebody who comes in a clapped out old Escort that's falling to bits?
Yeah.
I said, the reason why I've got a good car, the reason why I've got a good house and a nice car now is because I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah. I'm just as common as muck as everybody else.
Yeah, well, so am I. I'm a working class lad and I've worked hard for everything I've got.
I'm working harder than behind the scenes.
Same here. I'm working harder now than I did in my 20s.
I work harder now because it's my own business and I don't know what's going to be tomorrow. That's just pure and height and simple of it.
Yeah.
So when I sell in the shop I sell in the shop, I'm either working in the shop making ockies. Friday night she have the kids or she's away to her mate's house, I go back to work. But then I also have to do year ends, daily invoices, receipting my stock in, counting my stock. So it's ever ending.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you're not doing
don't get me wrong.
You're chasing orders and making deals and doing stuff like that.
I'm answering people's text messages. Then I'm going to do a wee bit. And then somebody asks me for something else. Then you're back on the phone again. Then you're trying to do this. Then you're trying to do that. And then it's like, you get in.
She says to me, "What have you done today?" And I can't tell her what I've done. Do you know something? I've been at it all day. I've wrote loads of emails and stuff like that. But she asks me, "What have I done?" I'm like, I think I've booked a few coaching sessions. Have you put them on the whiteboard? Don't you think you should? Because that's what I'm like.
Don't get me wrong. My missus bought me the Google Hub, the Google Calendar. So I just talk to my phone and put all this in. But see, when you're putting it down and going to do this, and going to do that, and going to do this, and just got to do this, and I've got to go to the post office, I've got to do this. And then if you get the tracking number, how long am I? There's only per hands, one brain.
Yeah.
The brain's going.
Well, that's it. What you're doing now, Brian, is you're running a 5-man business with one man.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the thing is you'll burn the candle at both ends eventually. The wick runs out, and it's happened to me a few times. You burn yourself out. And I ended up, I won't say really ill, but like really, not depressed, but you know what I mean. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. Like I said to you earlier today when we were driving back. You feel like a teddy and somebody's got hold of your 2 arms and your 2 legs and they're just ripping you apart.
Yeah, that's why your excuse is for getting paid at darts.
Yeah. I'll never forget that now, will I?
It's getting teach by the teacher.
Yeah.
No, 5 years time it could be a different story. 2 years time it could be a different story. I don't plan to close my doors anytime soon. I'm hoping to look at opening another door. So I mean,
that's what it is. It's always onward and upward, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, aye. Totally okay. See, as long as people keep playing darts, there's business there. But then I'm always trying to think of new ideas of what's next. Like my dual surround with a built-in light. Now it's not. I don't own the rights to it. I've sourced it and brought it to the UK.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously the supplier, because I wholesale with the supplier, and they knew I was the first person in Northern Ireland to sell the light. They branded it as mine.
Yeah.
I know that there's other companies out there in Europe has got the similar lights, but in the UK, it's me.
Yeah.
There's other people that buy from Europe that's brought it to the UK. It's not my product because it's mine. Because mine has my name on it. I have brought more samples of darts that I want to make, but like I say, it's cash flow in my own pocket. It's me that's buying it, in the hopes that somebody will buy it. Do you know what I mean? So yes, there's a new set of darts coming in the next 2 weeks, which I'm going up to see that man later on, and he's going to love them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, but like I say, he works alongside me, like yourself. We're like a tag team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're going to do a review on them. He's going to love them. He's going to promote them. Do you know what I mean? It's all win-win for everybody else. He's got a big fan base.
I think it's great though, because we're fetching our own products out, and I think it's really good, because we're actually, not in a massive way, but we're challenging people like Target and Arrows and places like that, because we're grassroots.
Yeah.
See, they sell to the masses,
whereas
we've got the masses. I've got the masses here.
Yeah.
Like I say, my biggest video I think has got 60 or 70,000 views on it. That's just one video. There's over 200 videos on my thingy, on my site. So I relate to dart players, whereas Target don't relate to dart players. All they're doing is just going, look at these shiny, do you want to buy them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas if I get hold of a set of darts, you get a lot of the review channels, and they do what I would consider to be a better job than me, but I tell people what they like to throw.
Yeah.
I tell people what they feel like, what it's like to throw them, rather than saying, well, they're a 52.1mm barrel and they're this wide and that, and they've got these points in them. I point that out, but I don't make a big issue out of it. I make more of an issue about how they throw, how they feel, how balanced they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's more important in a dart than the colour of them.
When people's buying online, they don't. They just look at a picture and go, they have darts that suit me. When if you come to BVD darts, you can try out, 99% of the darts.
Yeah. As long as you don't chuck them at each other.
Aye, black ones only.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Any coloured darts, you don't grip them. But you're still going to get the feel of 18, 19, 20s, put them in the box.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like that when I started playing with the Target Legion, but the pricing, I didn't really want to grip them. Until I took out the 167 and had 3 sets of them.
Well, Brian, it's been fantastic talking to you. I'm thinking hopefully we'll do this again in a few months when I come over to see you.
Yep.
Well, I'll definitely be coming over there, and what I'll do is I'll do probably 3 or 4 stage series of it on the boat and all that sort of stuff. It'll be really, really
especially in BVD HQ.
Yeah, oh yeah, well I want to do some extensive thing in there, and then we'll have another live chat in there as well. Right, so that's been great, that, Brian. Thanks very much for coming.
So
brilliant stuff.
Yeah, now it's round 2.
Round 2. Round 2 of Dave getting his arse whooped.